My name is Ravi. I'll be going a bit less technical today. I'll be talking about how do we collaborate and how do we streamline machine learning collaboration, which I'm pretty sure some of us in this room can relate to. I think the ML stack has evolved quite a bit, but not the ML collaboration. I personally believe that the majority of the challenges don't just come from the model itself, but also from how people and teams collaborate with each other. I've seen a lot of times where people are not speaking the same language, they don't have the same goals, they can't communicate the same metrics. And that creates a lot of slowdown that eventually hampers the lot of machine learning cycle. And that leads to a lot of wasted of time. So first thing, I start with a business metric. What is the decision that this model is going to impact? How do we measure it? And who is the owner for each of the critical steps? This forces all the teams involved to speak the same language. Oftentimes, we do have to go back to the drawing board, and that is very important because that extra discussion saves time down the line, which saves a lot of time as well. Next is the ownership. So each step, be it data, be it model, be it deployment, has to have a clear owner and has to have a clear list of checklists. If something breaks, we can go back to the owner, and it also defines what exactly done means for each step. Each step, I think of as a race where each runner only passes the baton if and only if the checklist passes. So for example, if the validation accuracy is okay, if the response throughput is okay. It's very important to track the time spent on each of these steps so that we can go back and kind of compare what was promised. Finally, I also want to speak about feedback. Delivery is not important if it's in the wrong direction. So what I typically like to do is rather than wait towards the end, have the stakeholders involved early and regularly to gather feedbacks. This really helps me align with the actual objective of the project and deliver a project that is actually meaningful and not shitting on itself. And I've seen that has worked a lot in my favor. I've also seen feedbacks being passed around in ad hoc pings, chats, Slack messages, Teams messages. That is not helpful. Documentation is super key. Turn everything into Jira tickets, document everything, and I've seen those documentation help down the line. I would like to end with the slide that all these processes, whatever we build, are bound to break. So it's very, very important that we build something not to avoid failures, but rather to catch it and learn from it. Thank you.